Hello, friends. Motivational strategies and changing trends. Under this podcast series, this is next episode. Last week, I tried a different thing. It was a soliloquy, but there were two characters in it. So, in one there were two soliloquies. As it was the complex thing, so I will try today the take two. Uh, it's really complex, and how it will you will tell me, but probably more text will be required. So let's do the second tech today. In performing arts, there are best things like music, dance, and expressions. When humans started linguistic skills and they started writing, the art form converted into the texts. So in text, we have like normal text. Then second is drama, and third thing is the poetry or the epics, poetic epics, which is considered as the best. The performing arts, the humans started, and over the period they grow. We learn so many new things. But in terms of textual arts, if you see those epics, those poetic epics, thousands of verses. If you see Odyssey or Iliad, and there are Oriental counterparts of it, have you seen they are developed today? Those were developed at that time. It was like a linguistic calculus. And over the period, now if you come to see the poetry, then like rain is raining here and there, those kind of poetry we have. That type of poetry was developed at that time. And then the stories were written in terms of poetry and then converted into like a musicals or poetic drama. So we have no match. That was the best at that time. And Shakespeare brought this in the Middle Ages, but the drama or like a poetic drama was much earlier, like almost 2000 years earlier. It was developed in Oriental language like Sanskrit, and uh, the great epics, Ramayana, Mahabharata, those were developed when we don't know, but they were since there, and they are like a very equivalent to the Iliad or Odyssey, what we have in the Latin Greco-Latin literature. The soliloquy was probably tried in Shakespeare. We know Macbeth and To Be or Not to Be. That soliloquy we know. Uh, this was done much before that as well. So whatever the drama or whatever the soliloquy I'm going to produce from two different characters. So I'm going to go into the characters and talk like them or try to express the way they might have thought at that in that situation. It's very complex. And uh, Again, I'm thinking as them, so any errors will be mine. So you can understand that. Okay, so I will try the soliloquy. I'm not going to tell what it is, because if you like it or understand it, that means I did it correctly or I did okay. So let's start. So this will have two characters, and uh, it's in the soliloquy format. So much pain is still going through my body. Oh, my leg is aching. Why so cold? The wind is blowing. Where I am? Oh, I see so many bright, shining objects in the sky. I remember only shining objects I used to see were the chandeliers. Those has the shining diamonds in them. These are not the chandelier, and I am not on my cozy bed either. It's hurting everywhere. Wait, I'm not looking in the sky, but I see something is coming. Who? What it is? So bright? It's coming towards me. Oh, what it is? Anybody here? I don't see it. It's the middle of the night. Nobody is here. That bright object is kept coming to me. Oh, it has a shining glow. Looks like a human figure, but so bright. It's coming near. Who? Who? You! You! Why did you come here? Why did you come at this stage? To laugh at me? Dear Suyodhan, what did you call me? What did you call me? I literally forgot my name. They never call me with that name. Nobody is named Duryodhan or Dushasan. It's always Suyodhan or Sushasan. It's just the karma. I am so angry with you. But you call me with my name. So I will talk with you. Karma, karma, what karma? What are you talking about? What karma? Where was your karma? When the old grandfather, somebody was shooting the arrows from backside. Where was your karma? Where was your karma when you broke your own pledge and take the wheel in your hand? Where was your karma when the grieving father of false news of his son's death, he was sitting and your general comes there and kills him? Where was the karma? Where was the karma when my general, his chariot wheel was stuck in the ditch and your disciple was sending the arrows? Where was the karma? Where was the karma when the two warriors were fighting and your disciple comes and cuts the other people's hand without knowing him? Where was the karma? What karma are you talking? Are you just referring we all surrounded the one guy? Is that the karma are you are talking? Then what about all these things? How are you going to explain it? Every since my childhood, we were criticized for this. I was the first son of the living king. The priest and the fire and the holy cow were witness when I was born. I was born in the palace. I had 99 brothers. My father was the king. According to the heritage, the firstborn prince is becomes the next king. What was wrong? What was my karma? when I claimed the thorn. What was my karma in that? They come from somewhere. People say they are our brothers. They were come from jungle. They didn't have even prince etiquettes, but still father and grandfather accepted them. They, the one of them was probably cook. The other one was a dancer, and the last two were good for cows and horses. But grandfather gave the education along with us. So we treated our with them. But they started claiming the throne. They started, he will become the king. How? How that's possible? I was the I was supposed to be king, and they started doing this. We didn't even say anything. They were given the same kind of education with us, with the prince. Things were not working. So grandfather made a palace for them outside of the thing. Then they ran away. They went into the jungle. And what pretense I didn't know. They went to the jungle, wandered somewhere, and then after that uh, uh, they had some acquaintance, and you came into picture. So we accepted them again. We accepted them as us. I gave 5 provinces to them, even though there was nothing supposed to be. But things didn't change. They went there, they had some minor victories, and they made some big out of it. They started doing the yajna and call everybody. Even we were not supposed to. I said, let's go. All our brothers, grandfather, guru, everybody, we went there and see what happens. When we were there, I just slipped because of some illusion and I hit my head on the wall. Did you see what happened? The son of a blind must be blind himself. Such a great insult. Such a great insult to the sitting king. Even I was angry, but 99 were angry more than me. It was provocation. They provoked us. But since grandfather and father are there, I didn't do anything. We call them as a reciprocation for their gesture. He was the one who liked the he liked to play dice. I never played dice in my life. He came here, he played the dice, he lost. He did everything. Even his own brothers were angry with him. He lost everything, and then even father returned it, but still he did again. Now, what was my fault in this? What was my fault in this? Who I never played a dice. Why he was playing the dice? Then they say they are telling the story that we asked them to go to jungle and then stay 1 year in disguise. If they win or we win, how it was supposed to be? If we lost, then all 99s were supposed to go to disguise. How that was possible? That kind of condition was not there. They made it these things. Okay, then they went to jungle, they did whatever. After coming back, again they started to asking the rights in the not only right, they want the full kingdom. Am I not supposed to fight? Am I not supposed to do what I was supposed to? I was the just king. My generals went all over. They win all the land. My generals even gave their armor and life-saving earrings to the enemy because he came for in his door. That was my legacy. Everybody was loving me. So why? What was my karma? What was wrong? Explain me. They call you Lord, right? Explain me what was wrong. What's the karma are you talking about? Dear Suyodhan, your anger is understood. The Creator creates the creations. He has created all sort of creations. Humans are said to be the supreme creations by Him. The Creator is within me, the same Creator is in you. We all are made from the same elements. It's the karma which distinguishes it. Karma is neither good nor bad. Karma has no attributes on its own. For him, there is nothing good or bad. The good and bad contextuality is defined here between us. The Supreme Being is made of all frequencies and dimensions which is beyond our imagination. Those frequencies attribute get synchronized and symphonized, and when they are prominent through certain bodies, then people call it as a avatar. So it's not the body or the name. You call me Lord. That's why I laugh. You have to see through it the Lord. It's the body. You have to see through it, not the body. The Creator speaks through it. Karma, good or bad, depends upon the context, the situation, and the intentions behind it. You cannot say something is good or bad. That goes with so many things behind it. That's the distinction between the supreme creations and the normal creations. The soul is same. The creator has created the soul in everybody same. They have same basic instinct everywhere. What distinguishes is the dharma, and dharma comes with the karma. Soul can never be created nor be destroyed. The supreme being creates it. It just goes into body and changes the body. But if you see, all the bodies have same basic instincts. The soul cannot be created nor destroyed. It cannot be destroyed with fire. It cannot be drowned, or no weapon can discreate it. It is always said the karma which distinguishes. You said you this war, and then so many people came. I did not call any of them. They came for on their own. They wanted to fight. There were a number of more kings per capita. The, there were fights were going on. They came with to fight. I didn't call them. I may be the reason, but it was their karma. Karma theory is very deep. You may not understand it, or neither all we of us understand it. It's the supreme being. I can't beat you in words. When you came before war starts, you defeated me in your words. I know that. But if the creator is within you and within me, then why they call you Lord and not me? Even I did so many great things. Why we see those many disparities? Why those are so variations? When you say the God is within you and me, then why those very differences? Dear Suyodhan, we have to understand the creations, why it happened. The creations creator always create things which we may not understand. I will tell you one thing. Look at those fish, those were swimming in the river. There are group of fish, school of fish. One fish become bigger. Look at those deer, flock of deers, or flock of birds, or the deer, herd of deer. One becomes big. And do you know why? That's how the Supreme Being upgrades us. That's the very reason the supreme creations are created out of all these things, because supreme being always try to upgrade, it creates the disparity and try to upgrade everybody. Why you are called this and why I call this? Randomness is the first principle of creator. Creator does things randomly. Why things here, there, you cannot ask. For him, everything is same. You have to understand him. And it's not simple. It's very costly. But that's not the currency you think about it. To win him, it's a separate, it's a very costly currency is there. Where before the war, you came and your brother came. I told, I will not take arms in my hand. What you choose and what he chose, it's the price. I am not convinced. You are just a magician. The world is all magic. The creator, all these things has created. It's all illusion. It's all hallucination. It is the hallucination of the bright objects, and you see them in the universe. What is real and what is hallucination? You and I, our eyes cannot make that. We cannot distinguish that. Let me tell my story to you. I also doesn't know my parents. They say an odd looking child was found in the lady I called my mother. It was a hurricane, wind were blowing. It was a dark night. There was no moon, and extreme rain was going on. And in that house, there was a recent infant died was happened, and after that, I was found. I was found in the dark clothes, a peacock feather on my head, a chakra, a small chakra in my fingers. That's how they found me. It was different. It was the odd looking. It was doesn't look the same what they were there. It was so big mystery. It was big mystic because those people were probably those tribes. Those were called in your word magician, but it was not. That odd looking a different thing was really different. They say there is a big myth. There are some mythical people or mythical things when the Lord sends to you sometimes. You have to cross 7 rivers, 7 mountains, 7 deserts, and a forest. I was growing, but I never had a taboo because everybody would admire me. I wouldn't have the kind of taboos they have, or that's how I used to be fearless. Even during my child, I didn't do any magic. They say I went to their house and they were sleeping and things happened. They were sleeping peacefully, I understand, but there was not some peace somewhere. That's how it happened. To fulfill something, we have to, it has happened. I was never a magician. There was some kind of magician, dark magician was playing his magical thing on the bank of the river. I went there because I never afraid of his magic. And we removed that magic. I didn't know where the power came from. Where the power came from, I didn't know. but it was there. That power was coming with me. And that power was operating, not me. I just went there and I played my flute and things happened. That power always followed me. I went ahead as I was never had any taboo of the social things what they were going on. I never was the superstitious. They were trying to do certain things. I told them that mountain is the one who is giving, because of that mountain the rain comes, the river comes through that mountain, your water reservoirs come through that mountain, your grazing grounds are on that mountain. Revere him, worship him. What was wrong? Isn't that same practice was going on since antiquity to river a mountain? Isn't that was happening? Isn't it was told to river the mountain? Your waters will come from there. And see what they did in between. All the superstitions, what that symbol, holy symbol, what they converted into. I didn't get that taboo because I was not afraid. Power used to come behind me. And people think power means huge, big, great. Power lies in smallest of small. You won't even see it. It just comes with you. That's how my life was. There was always some reasons. They used there was a purpose and there was a reason. They used me the instrument and so many things we did. It was the power that was following me. Only thing I had was not the taboo, or I was not following any superstitions. That's how the thing was. I didn't call your anybody to make a war. They came. Didn't you feel this way? So you thought I was the instrument for your purpose? Don't you think you are thinking you are the instrument of the purpose and the reason? What about me? Isn't it there is always some reason and a purpose, and the supreme being comes through it? It can break the pillar or it can break the bow. It can shatter the bow and it shows itself. It will it will save the most pious one. Isn't that happen? Isn't that happen? Did it look for any attributes or it was just a pious? Whenever there was confusion, what is dharma and what is the karma, supreme being always came, and it's the karma, nothing else. Look at that. Other than karma, what you see, nothing but the superstitious or other taboos. They came and except karma, everything else went in. I didn't have the superstitious or the taboos. I told him, you are writing the stories, you are writing those many verses, you did this great thing, then you are the one. And then the Lord Himself came down and wrote the epic in one sitting. All other schools came, the prestigious schools, we did it, we want it. We are the great ones, we have the better attributes. I told him, that's him. That's the karma. That's his karma and that's him. So what's happening now? So how what's for me? It's just the karma. I am doing this third time now. It is always said if you do things three times, if you say three times, then that becomes like permanent. I did to your cousin, your general, and now to you. Your general was crying. You cried what? I was insulted. Who was not insulted? Who is not insulted? Who was not insulted entire life? In that meeting, whatever you are talking about, who was not insulted? And how many ways he was not insulted? I never adorn any diamonds or jewelry. Did you see any time other than the feather, peacock feather? What they did with that diamond? Who was not insulted? I had to take the curse out of that diamond, isn't it? It's not the one. When you get confused, it's just a karma, and the Supreme Being is talking through you. You, if you did good karma, never think about the fruit, what you will get. The Supreme Being comes to you and tells you, even that happened in the past, even it is on the war ground or anywhere, it comes and tells you, you have won the heaven. It will tell you, it has happened before and now as well. We are the reasons. Whenever there is, the age starts changing, the different air is blowing, the avatar happens. Now you are the reason, I am the reason, and some other reasons that the age is turning on, and we are going into the dark ages. Even though it is a dark ages per se, but the Supreme Being is upgrading us slowly, slowly, slowly. Even people, not everybody is up to there, but they are confused up to whatever. Still, Supreme Being is upgrading us. We see the variations and disparities. That's a part of it. Because that's how Supreme Being upgrades us. It will upgrade us because the entire cosmos is waiting. The birth, sustenance, and end is the part of everybody. This earth or this thing, what you call yours, will go through that cycle. The creations needs to survive. The Supreme Being is creating us, upgrading us, so that we can it can be going into the cosmos. Entire cosmos is waiting for us. Once, when someday it will happen, the cryogenically frozen body will open the eyes first time. It won't remember what was before, what it is, but when the body opens the eyes, it will see a different sun, probably two different suns, an unknown land. It will try to remember there was a heaven. He will remember faintly, but in the sky, the sun will be different. And the creations will start again. There will be no untruth because they don't know what is truth. Or there will be no sins because there is no piety. Everything will be same. So that is the start of the creation. That's how after the dark ages, that's what will happen. You are the reason to complete. You are the instrument for that purpose and the reason. You, I, and several. Don't you think? You are. Do you think that's good? That's the karma. And since you did good karma, you will have the heaven. Thank you, Lord.